Welcome back to the Gentleman's Gazette. In today's video, we'll discuss applying cologne and how to best make sure you smell great all day long. Fragrance wearing has been around for thousands of years and is practiced by both men and women. Now, one might benefit from wearing fragrance as it might elicit social status and attractiveness, and it may elicit highly emotional associations and responses. Now, this is all according to the book of Neurobiology of Sensation and Reward. Fragrances can also increase one's perceived trustworthiness and can also make the wearer feel much more confident as well. Now, I don't know about you, but I've certainly experienced this when wearing a favorite scent before going out with friends or even to work. Now, for most men, a quick way to finish off a morning grooming routine is to spritz themselves with their favorite fragrance before they head out the door. And while this might seem like a great way to make the fragrance last longer, it oftentimes doesn't last by the time you've reached your destination. Now, the goal here is to make sure that our carefully selected fragrance will last us all day long. And by the way, if you want to know how to find your distinguishing scent, check out this great video here. And if you'd like some recommendations, we've listed some great classic colognes for men in this video here. Now let's talk about how to make your cologne last longer. Now, number one, check the concentration level of your fragrance. Now, it's important to know that there are different types of colognes, and a general understanding of their concentration and purity level will give you an idea as to how long those scents might last. Now, for example, Parfum has the highest concentration level ranging from about 15 to 40%. This ensures that the scent will last for around 8 hours. It's great to find a scent that has a stronger concentration level that you truly enjoy wearing. Now, to learn more about the various types of fragrances and their purity levels, check out our comprehensive guide on our website here. Here we will also share information about scent notes and more. Now, we'll be using the term fragrance and cologne most often here, but do keep in mind there are differences when speaking technically. Now, number two, apply right after you shower. Now, as mentioned before, applying your fragrance right before you head out the door seems logical, but in actuality, it's best to apply your fragrance right after you shower. But won't it dissipate as I go through the rest of my grooming regimen, you might ask? Actually, no. This is because when you step out of the shower, your pores are still open. This is the perfect time for your body to be able to absorb the cologne and to lock in that aroma. That way, we begin to achieve our goal of making the scent last longer. Now, this is much better than trying to spray it on yourself when you're fully dressed. This is because the cologne will then latch onto the fabric and eventually dissipate much quicker. And oftentimes, it runs the risk of being able to stain your clothing, whether from oil or the alcohol content. Number three, moisturize your skin. Now, for the skin to lock in the cologne scent, it should first be hydrated. So apply a lotion or a cream underneath. But keep in mind, the scent of your moisturizer should not be overpowering your cologne. Now, ensuring that your fragrance is the dominating scent here is going to give you a confidence boost and help others perceive you well for the very first time. Walking in with a cloud of 12 scents to a workplace or a casual gathering could be seen as both confusing and perhaps upsetting to others. The goal here is to allow the subtle scent of your fragrance to help enhance your presence to others, not force them away. Now, an extra tip here will be to apply petroleum jelly onto your pulse points. This helps ensure that you have an additional barrier between your skin and the cologne, helping prevent complete absorption so that the cologne will last much longer. Number four, harmonize cologne with other scents. And if you can't get a hold of a fragrance-free lotion, make sure that the scent itself does blend well with your cologne. Now, some brands will offer a matching lotion or a cream, even a body wash. This will help ensure you achieve that harmonious scent. Now, that being said, it's also very important to make sure that our aftershave is not competing with the aroma of our other products in the grooming repertoire. To know more about wearing your aftershave, lotion, and cologne together, check out this comprehensive guide on layering products here. Number five, another important rule in applying fragrance so that it will last longer is applying it to pulse points or on warm areas of your body. Now, the heat on these areas will keep the scent going all day long. Now, pulse points are your chest, neck, lower jaw, forearms, inside of your elbows, and behind your knees. Now, these are a lot of areas. If you're just starting out, try 2 or 3 areas first. And when you're comfortable wearing more fragrance, then you can start to spray on more of these warm areas. Now, keep in mind it's important to keep the nozzle 3 to 6 inches away from your skin and to only spray yourself about 2 times per area if your cologne is of regular intensity so that you're not too overpowering when you enter the room. Number 6, don't rub your skin. Now, although rubbing your wrists together after first applying a fragrance might seem like a sensible thing to do, it's actually not a great idea. This will kill the note and it will not allow the fragrance to absorb into your skin. The rubbing friction actually breaks down the molecules of the scent, making sure that the scent will disappear much faster. I personally have made this mistake numerous times. It's something we see a lot of people do, and we all just happen to repeat it. Now, if you want to know more about cologne do's and don'ts, check out this video here. Number 7, discreetly reapply when necessary. If you need a boost in your scent midday, it makes sense to reapply your fragrance. However, carrying around an entire bottle of fragrance is not only inconvenient, trying to spray in public places is not gentlemanly, and also it might be upsetting to others, and some might even be allergic. Now, a great technique is to spray your cologne onto cotton swabs and then to put them in a plastic sandwich bag to ensure the moisture is not escaping. Now, it's easy to carry around all day, and when you need a touch-up, you can simply reapply by dabbing these onto your pulse points. Consider stepping into a restroom or somewhere private to reapply. Now, number 8. Line your clothes drawer with cologne. Although we don't recommend spraying your clothing directly, you can make sure your signature scent will attach itself onto your clothing in a proper way by lining your clothing drawers with tissue paper that has been sprayed with your favorite scent. This helps you keep your aroma throughout the day, even at a whiff. Now let's talk about how to store your fragrance. Now, to make sure that your cologne keeps its smell and quality for as long as possible, it's important to understand where we should be keeping fragrances within our homes. Don't store it in your bathroom. This is because the chemical makeup can get completely messed up by the changing temperatures and humidity from when you shower. Now, ideally, cologne should be kept in a cool and dry place, perhaps a bedroom drawer or even your closet, to help ensure its quality. Also, avoid exposing your fragrances to sunlight. This will break down the chemicals and the potency of your fragrance and make sure that the cologne will expire much sooner. Check the expiration date to make sure that your fragrance concentration is intact, and this will help ensure that it will last as long as possible. You'll find this information on the bottom of your bottle or on the label. Some companies list period after opening, which gives you information as to how many months the cologne can last before it expires. Typically though, fragrances can last up to 3 years when handled properly. Now lastly here, to make sure that your cologne lasts longer, it's important to remember to keep it in the original bottle in which you purchased it. Now, there are very fancy bottles on the market today, but exposing your fragrance to air and evaporates is not a great idea. This will upset the fragrance itself, its potency, and the chemical makeup. Now, in conclusion, it's important to remember that fragrances enhance a man's overall confidence level, but remember, less is more. Practice these fragrance hacks along with a proper grooming repertoire so that you can smell great and fresh all day long. Now, to save yourself from the most common grooming mishaps that so many men commit, check out this video here. Now, today I'm wearing a burgundy and light gray checked sport coat with a light blue dress shirt and a really unique pocket square from Fort Belvedere. I'm pairing that with a dark brown belt, khaki pants, dark brown dress shoes, and I'm accenting this with a navy and burgundy shadow stripe sock, also from Fort Belvedere. If you'd like to find great accessories like these, check out the Fort Belvedere shop here.